Waiba, Mangabura and Kalubura, which means ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Yulga Waida. I'm a bit of a madman, that's what it is. Yulga Waida, call on church side and away, but
And why are we here?
we are here to talk about what are we here for? This is our Ngora we are talking from. Well, I'll tell you where the Ngarluma Ngora starts from first. It starts from the Ute River. It goes north into the seaside and comes down this way. Yabora means north. And Ngarluma. And Milba go down this way, which means it comes down this way. As far as the Devil's Creek, that's where it ends. Thank you. Now who's the next VIP?
Not me.
Thank you, Uncle Colin. Thank you for the welcome. Okay, so we are here
I get shamed sometimes when I walk.
to stand up for the borough.
I'm hungry about it.
We're here to stand up for the songlines that my family and a lot of other families here hold so deeply within within everything that they have, their hearts and their souls. We're here today to give a message, just to people, just a heartfelt message from us people now, from us emerging leaders, from the kids, the mothers and the new grandmothers of the babies that are getting born today. We're here to challenge what has been done in the past. Yeah, we're here to challenge it. We're actually here not to stop anything, not to change anything that's out there now. We can't change that now. We're not here to lay a blame game on people. We're here to find the truth about our country. The country holds the truth. It is the truth. It's the truth of humanity, of who we are. This very sacred and special place, Murujuga, holds one of the most amazing and one of the world's creation places. Let's just stop about a creation place for a minute when I say creation place. What does that mean? It means what is in our hearts, every single one of us, every person, black, white or brindle. And that's what it is. It means that's where the life force of Mother Earth will come from as well. One of the places in the world, one of the places where that life force, Mother Earth, is connected to everything that's underground, above ground and on the ground. And that is our culture. That is our right, our birthright and our responsibility as the Ngarluma people who are connected to this country, to look after them, to look after the waterholes, to look after the songlines, to look after the animals and the plants and everything that is connected to them for our own sustainability. It's not mine, not yours, not anybody's, it's everybody's responsibility. Every single person on earth that gets up and puts their feet on Mother Earth every single day. You can feel her run through your feet. You can feel her hit your heart. When you look at the place out there, when you see it, it's sacred. Everybody knows it. Everyone knows it. And if we want to enjoy it right here locally, and this is where I'm starting, right here, because people here love fishing. Everyone loves fishing. Everyone loves the water. Everyone loves to go out in the water holes. Everyone loves to enjoy this country as much as we love looking after it and having it intact for you to enjoy. Everyone is connected to this country. And everyone who loves that place needs to stand up. It's all we're asking. Stand up with your heart and feel Mother Earth on your feet. Actually just feel her. She's crying. She wants us to help her. We help her, she helps us. What are you going to do when there's no Mother Earth to stand on? And the effects of climate change are already happening. They're already happening. We can see it. We've got to wake up. That might be us one day too, as we're sitting right here on its doorstep. If that goes ahead, the Scarborough project goes ahead, the climate and the emissions go up so high here. Humans can't withstand that. And you know what, people, it's never ever even been tested. This is what we're going into, the unknown. So, where our culture is concerned, this is what we're fighting for. We're fighting for our hearts and we're fighting for your hearts. We're fighting for the heart of humanity and Mother Earth. That's what I'm here for. That's why I do the jamming, which is the bush medicine. It's for healing. It's not for anything else but that, for healing, and we've got to heal the country and we've got to heal each other. Thank you.
Waiba. I'm a Ngarluma woman from Roban. I'm 40 years of age. This is my home. I grew up here. I'm not going to leave this place, and I want to see changes in this place, in my home. I don't want to see any more rubbish going on here in our backyard. Enough is enough. We had enough of polluting in our backyard. It's our survival. It's our black man's survival, our land. It's our way of life. I don't know where your way of life, but we're here to fight for it. As black people, as our custodians of the land. And as a custodian of the land, you know what it means to us? God signed this land to us. And it's our job to take this land back and look after it. And keep it the way that God gave it to us. And that's what we're all about here today now. As a Ngarluma person, I want everyone to hear my voice here in the Pilbara and see the damage that's been done here for years and years and years in the Pilbara. All the mining giants had their go here. They had their go in this Ngura. Take your hands off this Ngura, leave it alone, give it back to the Ngarluma people, and all the other people out there saying rubbish. This place is an orphan place, nobody lives here. You're out of your mind, because we're the real people here talking for this place. And we love this place. Our heart and soul is in this place, and we'll die for this place. And this is my children's future, this place. We don't care how much money come down on this earth, on this paradise. You're not going to take it away from us. And that's what we're here for today. We don't care if you're black, white, or brindle. We're here to save this planet. We are the first people of this planet, of this Pilbara. And we can say and do as much as we want, and we're going to stop you people from coming here to our country and wrecking it. You just had your go. Go up to space and do it. Now that's your next race. Leave this race to us. This is our country. We know what we're here for, and we're going to do it. And we're not saying no to nobody. We're not going anywhere. This is our home. Now, back to Woodside. As a traditional people, we know how important our heritage and our culture is. There is no place on earth where you can see 40,000 years of recorded continuous human history. This place is globally significant. It is a global treasure. We want to share the power of this story and this place with the world. Yes, it's very powerful, right? The Barra? And they keep playing with it. They're just going to see how powerful it's going to be. And we know it's not going to be for just us black fellas, it's going to be for the whole race of the human race. It's the human race that's going to be wiped out. That's the race we're trying to save here. We don't care about how much money in the world, how much grog you can drink end of the day, what sort of bed you sleep in, how flash your house is. We want this planet to be saved and left alone like it's meant to be for us black fellas to live on this land. This is our land. We don't fight any man for our land. This is our land. All right? Now you people take your hands off this land now, Woodside. Because we're not going away. And we're going to keep fighting you till the day you pack your shit and go. Because it's time for a deadline for Woodside as well. They've been here long enough. And for Rio Tinto and whoever else want to come along. Because we want to share the power of the story of this place with the world, not it to be destroyed for short-term profits, polluting gas companies. Our land and our culture is more valuable than anything Woodside will ever have to offer our people. Our culture is deeper and richer than any Woodside's bank account. We are the oldest living people. We are not going to give up our culture and our country. Not that easy. We will not sell the oldest culture for the shortest profits. Our culture and our knowledge is more powerful and more significant than anything Woodside can ever create. I believe this company will be gone in 1 or 2 decades when the world has moved on to cleaner energy.
Yeah.
But we will still be here. We are not going away. This is our place and this is our home to stand up and protect. And the people who've been letting people go there for a long time, indigenous and non-indigenous, shame of you. Should be ashamed for letting people go to the bar and do what you did, wreck that place. If you hear me now, if you had one of the decisions made, you should hang your head in shame. If you're still around the Pilbara, to governments and all. When we got traditional elders here still fighting our fight for our land, and we get knocked about by the governments left, right and centre, we get knocked about here by our own people on our land. Enough is enough. We had enough. Every time we have a protest, the police come along. Why don't they go and do their jobs? Go and look after the prison systems. Why don't they go and look after other things? Why don't they go and look after the PCYC? Why don't they leave us blackfellas alone? Let us protest on our land peacefully. Because we're sick of it. What's happening in our water has been going for too long. We want the world to see, to help us to fight this fight. That's what we're here for today. We're not here for anything else. We're not here for any money. We're not here for anything. We want everybody to help us and look after this country of the Pilbara. Pilbara giving the world enough. How about the world give back to the Pilbara and look after this country?
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. You can have to excuse me, I'll make this short because I've been talking about this for the last month, and how ironic is that I want to help our families, our people, the Ngora people get their voice, and look, it's hanging in there. Thank you very much, all our elders that come today, and all our families that come from far. I see everybody that's here, all the community that's come. Thank you so very much. This is a community thing. We wanted this. I'll tell you what happened. I found out information about this project. I've been a part of this project for a long time. However, in an informal way through our corporations, and it broke my heart. I was devastated. I was clearly alarmed and concerned with the information I was getting into my head. I feel so heavy in the heart that a lot of our people, a lot of our families are not being told about what's going on. The community of Karratha itself, I mean, you know, the information that was put out there that I've collated in my brain, in my heart, is so heavy. It's hurting too much. And I feel we've been duped in many ways. as Ngurra people, traditional owners, to start with, but more so for our elders. They never had a voice. You know, they've been fighting for so long. We're up and coming elders here, and I still see my old people fighting the fight still. You know, when is it going to stop? My mum's left me, and she's always with me, fighting the fight with me in my soul and my spirit. This is why I do this. She's taught me and my grandmothers for a long time who we are and what I do. And I want you to understand this is not just our fight. From the information I know and what's happened, we've not heard it. It's never been explained to us what's been going on. They didn't know. And it's about time government and industry start listening. Not listening with the ears, listening here. Because that's where it all hurts. It all starts from here. We're our people, our water, our everything comes from here. Everything. That place out there means too much for us. And we fought way too hard, old people. Blood, sweat and tears. They've died for who we are today. And we got to start understanding we wouldn't be here without their fight. Because we're still doing it. They're still doing it. They still fight this fight. All we want is fairness. Procedural fairness. Never ever once has that come into this play. This is wrong. This is a crime. This is a crime. We have humanity. We have rights. All we want is our voices. These elders, they need people to hear them. Not listen, because it just goes through one ear after the hear what the words they're saying. Because it's important for them. It's important for me. It's important for all of us. You think about it. Your families have your own legacies. Your families carry your own weight in their own way. What your families, all the traditions you all hold, no matter what country, what race, what people you is. We are all the same, because you know what, at the end of the day, this stuff goes ahead, we're all going to be the same. Finish. There is nothing to leave behind. There is no air that we all breathe. This is too much. We carry songlines. We carry the traditions. And we carry it with love. And that's what we want this to be, for you mob to understand. We finish with that. I'm only a young woman. I come into play listening to my mum talk about this, watching her heartache, her heartbreak for this mother. And yet I'm here, standing in front of everybody. Never in a million years would I thought I'd be here doing this, talking for my mother, talking for my family, my ancestors, our people. It matters to us. It should matter to you. Right?
Yeah.
Health issue. I've been a health worker for 15 years, and I lost my husband through diabetes. He comes from Indiana, Halloween. It's a hard country out in Millstream. Not Millstream, on Millstream, but he's on the other side of the country in the hills. I lost my husband through, came on his foot, and we've been assessed to diabetes. But I always wondered how he got his foot. I always thought about that issue, and being health people flew me to Perth to talk to the health people about accountability. Now I talk about accountability, it's part of my subject, and I always cry for those people. I've been through with them. That's my health issue. I seen gangrene up their leg, and they lost an eye, and they're all dead now, 10 of them, and I'm speaking on their life. I believe that they have to move out to Calgary, Bulgari, and they have to live in Perth. There's a better place, good water. We talk about health is a good subject. I believe I saved a few. That 10 is an epidemic, it's called. And I will speak on their life. When I saw that woman tied up in bark, it just broke my heart. I gotta come out of my cupboard and do the strike. Because I believe it. I believe our people will die first. We talk about the orange peel incident. You shrink like a lemon or orange peel. That's how it becomes in your body. And I believe it because I saw them first at hand. And I bet you never noticed the Aboriginal people.
Yeah, they didn't.
You're too dumb to think about those things. You live in a nice house, fancy house, and your fancy garden, and you drive your cars. What about the cars? Cars can conk out on you. And you know, you can walk 100 miles without thinking about your body. you think about it. Nomad people, they walk for miles. And they've been declared out of Kalgoorlie because it's a top health issue. And I come from Rogan, a long way from Kalgoorlie, but I still got their voice in me. You know, it really touched my heart. And probably saved the young people too. And you know, they're not going back to Kalgoorlie in my book, otherwise they die there. And we talk about land has become arsenic poisoning, no water, and bad housing. And they leave a bad health issue. And health issues come from the water itself. Water can kill you too. And we talk about Barapisa, it could be one of those if we let this Woodside go ahead. And it's a big issue. And I have to come out of my house in Rogan and do the strike too myself. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Andy. Just gonna see if my daughter wants to come up first. This is my daughter, Adriana's my only daughter, and we were talking about Songlines. I'm my mother's only daughter, and I was stolen from her, and I came back. And when I came back, I brought my family back, and Adriana is my only daughter, and my granddaughter's sitting over there painting as well. And
That's my granddaughter.
yeah.
That's our granddaughter.
Yes.
Me and
Your
Papa's
granddaughter.
granddaughter.
And what my mum left me was something really special and incredible. My mum was one of the last golden girls, they call her.
Yep.
She was a mother kind of lady. She had so many gifts, it wasn't funny. And I'm so glad and happy that I came back to be able to return back to her and return back to the gifts that that was left here for me to come and uncover like a treasure trove, and to leave for my daughter and for my granddaughter. So we never lost our connection. This is how important it is to us. And so everything that she gave me, she's passed on as well to my daughter, so I'm going to just give her the phone and... the phone! It's not a phone, it's a mic. I'll just give her the mic and... Waiba.
Hi, Eva.
Her name is Adriana. Yours. Yes, okay, Papa. I'll say it. Ngardo Yeni. Adriana. Yeah. I'm a Goroma Marathonia Wadara. I grew up in Iramagaru. I've been in the Pilbara region for over 20 years. I've worked in the health industry for 6 years of my life. When we first got this information of what this project can really truly do, and I'm so surprised that not only like the EPA has been going out into the media like a frenzy. You've got Facebook, everyone's got Facebook, everyone's got some sort of way connecting to the world. This EPA report came out and I am gobsmacked. gobsmacked how everyone can just sit here and just let this roll on by like nothing. We are not just talking about my dreaming time stories, what our ancestors have been holding and been protecting for years. We are talking about the people that are going to be working for these big mining industry companies. We are talking about your health. Now, I know for a fact, if something major happens out there, the health, what we have here, resources, we got fuck all. Sweet fuck all. But the government can go give the big, great mining companies great funding, big $1 million funding for their projects, while our people, community members, residents of Karratha, Wickham, Roban and extended areas of the Pilbara region get left with sweet fuck all.
No doubt about it. True facts of life.
They want to put a project out here that is destroying our artwork right now. Not fucking tomorrow, now.
One day we'll go there.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right. Politicians,
You know, but I just go, it's destroying the artwork right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about our Dreamtime stories. Our creator, Mulga, he sits on them rocks. And we're going to sit here and let the big mining industries and government continue to do this as they put a gag on my old people with their terminologies. They forget my old people didn't have a high education like majority of non-Australia, non-Indigenous Australia. My old people, I'm still trying to learn, fucking figure it out today, the terminology, what they use. I'm still trying to figure it out. Now, if I'm still trying to figure out the terminology they use in mining industries, and I'm also talking about other hierarchies where people sit, what do you think my old people were sitting there looking at that really thinking, what the heck is this? When they're talking about a train, they didn't mean a train as in what they're talking about in the mining terminology. They thought a bloody choo-choo train.
Yep.
A train, a physical moving object. That's what they thought, what they were, signing up for. So, white Australia, non-Indigenous Australia, we're not just talking about our culture that's being sacrificed, it's also your lives. If this continues to happen and you think we're going to if you think we're going to live to see 2050, think again. We're not going to live to see 2050. We're not going to see it. All those beautiful boats that we got floating around in Karratha, when you got your days off to go fishing, you won't be catching the fish you're catching now. You'll be dead. That's the reality of it. When are we going to wake up? When it hits our doorsteps? When we are truly affected by it? No, we've got to do something now, not later. Now, not later.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mum. That's a passion, eh? The passion. And that's my daughter. Yeah, thank you. I think we're going to have one more person talking, Mum. Mum Robin, do you want to come and... So Mum Robin's been an activist and looking into agreements and, Aboriginal rights and for very many years. And we really appreciate that Mum's here today and it's going to Wanga, but I'm telling I'm just saying we love you so much. Thank you.
Now, Waiba, excuse me. You gotta excuse my speech because I've just got a Waiba. Now you don't do any Yabin Murumbai. That's a native name. You gotta call me Robin Churchside. That's a white man they call me. Now, excuse me for a minute because I've got a medical problem that I need you to understand me. At this present in time, I had medical negligence done to me right here in Karratha, Nickel Bay Hospital, Pilbara, Western Australia, 6718. The medical negligence that was put on me was some fancy white doctors administered blood-borne virus in me. I still got it today. That's why I am very sick. I've been asking the Premier, Treasurer and Cabinet to come and deal with my health. Since 2019, I had this blood transfusion. I had 4 bags of blood given to me in the Karratha Nickel Bay Hospital here in Ngarluma country. Finance, Treasury and Cabinet in 2019, they demolished that hospital. I cannot get an investigation going towards my medical negligence health. I hope everybody who's here today supporting me, this is my fight for my medical negligence. I am not going to go get the COVID-19 where people are asking me to do so. I just feel that when you get a COVID-19, they're going to brush that medical negligence aside and they won't investigate it. So at this point in time, I am a Ngarluma tradition owner, born and bred in this Wara. I had so many sabotage against me. I think because I'm an intelligent native black person hanging around with my people, educating them. When you get a black person who's intelligent, they will sabotage you against everything. And that's what happened to me today. That's why that horrible smell out of my ears. I got a wax in my ears, blocked up. I've been trying to get the doctor to look at me. I got 2 letters from medical center in Mawangara, where my name sits on that corporation as a director, and they didn't help me. Now what I'm going to talk about now, I'll talk about this Mura. So you understand my medical negligence? I need you to fight and get them politicians to sue them because of the 4 bags of blood that I got in me. It is a blood-borne virus they administered to me, and I need you to fix it. Because I'm not a doctor. They did that to me, and all of a sudden that hospital is not there today. But the politician's still sitting there. Now I'll give you a little bit of history about Murajuga. Murajuga Warap and Beyond book. I just gotta set some records straight as a Ngarluma tradition owner. I brought a birth certificate here. The birth certificate says Belinda Churnside, who is my one and only daughter. She born in 9th of April 1980 in Dampier District Hospital, Western Australia. I am her mum, Robin Churnside. Now that hospital, Dampier, that was an inpatient hospital by William Dampier. All the time we've been trying to remove William Dampier and name Warap Murajuga, the rightful custodian there. Now when you have a birth certificate, you're supposed to acknowledge who has the legal rights to speak for that country. And at this point in time, I do have legal rights. Now my fight started 40 years ago. So I'm giving you all my 40 years of encyclopedia knowledge now. So let's have a debate. A good, truthful, honest debate. Now I virtually don't want any more people to go there because my daughter owned it. Why I went born her there, my dad had to make me come from a native welfare reserve, other side the river in Rowan, to born her there. Why we choose to have indigenous people born in country, because they have to keep the songline, storyline, and culture, law, history, language going. Now that's a bit about her. Now me, 40 years political campaigning. I'm just going to read some things from my phone here, just to let everybody know what I've been sharing around the country. There's so many political protesters here. They are all around. They're different different shapes, forms, sizes, color. They come in different packages. It's a mysterious package. Now I'll just give you Murajuga. We're not focusing on Barak. As of you will have got this information shirt for Barak. I'm protesting about Murajuga. What Murajuga? That same thing you're protesting about. It's called, this is my political last campaign. I done it 40 years ago. Murajuga, murder, under rocks, under lies, justice, useless government agreement. That's what Murajuga represents. I pick up acronyms and I can turn your English word into a good phrase or a sentence. Murajuga. So you remember that? Murder under rocks, under lies, justice, useless government agreement. That's one part of it. The name Woodside. I done an acoustic of that. Without our decisions, states implemented destructive environment. So that's the horrible name I gave Woodside. Now I'm just going to read you a little bit about global warming, because everybody here talking about global warming. Why Murajuga is such an important name. I've been in the game too long. I got out of it because I got sabotaged. I'm 57, I got 15 grandchildren, and I got one and only daughter and 3 sons. Now, why I got in the game of Murajuga? There's a massacre site there, obviously. The skeleton bones remains. Murajuga has a history of ice age. It has a history of massacre. It's written in the rock art. The scientific history that's written here. Now I've sent out quite a lot of people the tribal map of Australia. It has a lot of native indigenous tribes on there. Australia and Antarctica is a one big superhuge continent. It's called Australis. We had 2 ice ages in Australia. Our native ancestors walked to Antarctica. If all the water melts in Antarctica, you'll find lots of caves, you'll find a lot of bones, skeletons, you'll find rock art, ochre, colorings when the ice age melts in Antarctica. So the world just ignored our native history, which was a one big super huge continent, Antarctica and Australia. Our ancestors lived with 2 ice ages. They lived and coexisted with big woolly mammoths in our continent. They also walked around and lived and coexisted with wombats, megafaunas, Dontosaurus, T-Rex, you name it. Your scientific history, still today native Australia eats a dinosaur kangaroo, and we're happy about that, eating dinosaur kangaroo. Now that megafaunas, reptiles and mammals, that was part of native Australian continent. Some envious people around the world decided to come and bomb our fossils. The fossils in Australia, it belongs. Native Australia is 1 trillion fossilites on planet Earth. That's who we are. We will always be that fossil in the earth. Now some envious people decided to bomb Australia first. You got to go back to the truth. I'm a truth teller. That's why people hate my guts so much. They've sabotaged me. Like they gave me this medical problem that I'm walking around with. So that megafauna, ice age, that was part of native Australian, Australis history. It's written in a rock art. Now I'll just read you something about global warming. Waiba. Native Australian human beings is already adaptable and climatized on the planet Earth. trillion, billion, and million years ago. And today we native Australians are still climatized and adaptable in the 21st century on Earth. We are capable of living with the Earth's most natural disasters of the sand, mountains, tree, water, sun, moon, stars. What more could native Australia ask for? 1. Native Australia. 2. Low maintenance. 3. Australia 0% carbon footprint copy emission. So my black ancestors taught us Aboriginal Islanders very well. We didn't destroy the earth because they flogged us with traditional weapons. They told each and every one of us, do not touch the land, because in the long run, we're all gonna die. So it's a 9-point plan I wrote. I sent this around to everywhere. So I'll go back to the first one, native Australia. 2, low maintenance. 3, native Australia, 0 carbon footprint emission pollution on the planet. 4, native Australia lives with hot environmental heat. 5, native Australia have no emissions of financial tree nor technical finance money. 7, native Australia is always walking around with 2 foot on the ground. Not in air conditioning cars, buses, trucks, trains, motorbikes, planes, submarines, rockets, spaceships, and satellites. Number 8, native Australia office is on Mura, on country, nature, outdoors. Number 9, native Australia coat of arms and national symbols, identity, and Number 9, native Australia coat of arms and national symbols, identity, and legislation is with us every day of our life. And native Australia can see them and they can see us. And native Australia lives with our law of the Mura country, land, every second, minute, and every hour, with super low emissions and super low carbon and super high footprints tracks on natural ground, with orders from ancestors. Janguna, Manguru, Tatarkara, Birigara, emu, kangaroo, turtle, crocodile. Law of the Commonwealth land, written by Ngarluma tradition owner of the Pilbara, Western Australia, Robin Churnside. That was one debate. A global woman. The second one was, apparently we got quite a few activists hanging around in Australia that's tearing quite a lot of our history apart. The second, this is the activist sending it to my phone. They sent me information about King George. I said, piss off with King George patent white letters. Native Australia not signing no foreign European legions and alliance for a European nation and United Kingdom to dictate and control our water, Australia. I wrote about your white queen. Queer, unethical, English, embarrassing nationalist. That's your white queen. I identified my own self. I'm a black queen. I wrote about myself. Queen, white, unique, ethical, environmental, native. Ngaju jandu ngaluma manga, mirawaba, ngaligro ngara waru Australia. So that is talking in language that native Australia has its own native queen. We do not need an English white queen, but she was such an unethical person. Now every agreement you have in Australia, legislation, upper house, lower house, passing the bill, we've been there, we've done that. I've been to you now, I've been to your white man world school. I beat you at your own game. And today now you have to take notice for all of us native Australian people. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you now get onto the medical negligence, because I'm not taking no COVID-19, because that's just sweeping medical negligence of native Australia under the carpet. And then let's go back to Dark Mofo, because that's where they stole our blood. Because our blood in Australia, you know, the blood I got in me, it should have been come back to me, that blood, not somebody else's foreign blood. Thank you. Oh, our heritage. Oh, now what we gotta do? Because my daughter born there, William Dampier didn't born there, your English Queen, Queen Elizabeth didn't born there, King Edward didn't born there, my daughter born there. She's a Ngarluma person. She now has a job with FMG. She flew out of this country. This should have been a day. Now save Murajuga, because it has a massacre site. Save murder under rocks, underlies justice, useless government agreement. That's your non-ethical queen, who's a national embarrassment. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mum. Thanks, Mum Robert. Okay, thanks for that, everybody, and thank you, all for coming down. I just wanted to see if I'd be able to get a photo, because we've had the kids and people all doing these. Oh, hello, here we go. Oh, he's just in time. There we go, my brother here, my little brother. Come on. You wanna welcome on? Come on. I got a tap sticks in my car. So I can quickly go and get them. Go get my tap sticks. Come on. All right, we're getting the tap sticks out, you guys. You're in for a treat. Look out. Woo! All right, we just got to run and grab them. Come on in, my little brother. Oh, good. We're getting some boomerangs. So here we go. Got my little brother. Patrick's actually Patrick's mum and Patrick's my dad are actually brother and sister. So that's how also on Ngarluma side. That's my little brother as well too. So we're all connected. How's that? While I'm still here too, we've also got over here. We've got a petition that we started. We're going to actually put it online, and if everybody over here can just give that a quick sign. If you approve of, these 3 hardcore things that we're doing now, just going to sign the petition. Then Patrick will come back with the sticks and we'll sing some songs. You'll hear some awesome Joeys. What else? We wanted to see if we could. Can we see if we can get a photo up here? We've got also Ernie Dingo here, fellas, has come as well. Thank you, Ernie, for coming to support us. So if we want to come and get a photo with our banners that we just done here, that'd be really cool. If everyone want to come up here where I am, to the if you can, or we can go around the elders somewhere. Do you want to put the banner down here and take a photo? We just want to have a photo. Is it okay? Well, I like to organise photos. Look out! No, I didn't think the boomerangs would be so closely there. We might do that later. Hold on a sec. But get ready for the photo. Come on then.
All right, thanks.
No time like the present, eh? In the now. Oh yeah, also you guys, sorry, I knew there was one thing else. We have, there's some cooked sausages and some bread and stuff here too. Help yourself if anyone wants some food. There's some drinks in the esky down here as well. The kids need a drink. If there's any kids there, need a drink here. Help yourself as well. And here's my little brother. Having one go, everybody's one go. You can finish him off, thanks. And let's get Patrick to take us out, eh? And, yeah. From me and all our families, our heartfelt, absolute love and respect for everybody who's here today and everybody who couldn't make it, and everybody else around the world who's looking at this and watching us today. We thank you, because with all hearts going in the right direction and going with one intent, that's how we move things, and this is how we create change. Oh yeah.
That's what this is about.
Oh yeah, see this? Yeah, right, hold on.
Little girl. Everybody see this little girl here? How beautiful. See her? See what she's holding? That's what she's holding. That's what this is all about. These little people here. What she's holding. Look, her love. That's what do you love that baby? They're your favourite? Yeah? That's what we're doing. That's our future.
Woo! Yeah.
Our whale songs.
Thank you, darling.
Pai banyak negara maya ka bro. Manga bro kare ko nodo pai jala. Halo madan dongoranga. Ajo tando any Patrick Chan side. Ana ngalo madan dongora. Melba manodo ba. Manga pejari ko nyere bro. Era ro nodo ba. Wera. Ajo tando la. Walgo melba ma. Wera bani waya kare ko. Ana wanga pejari ko. Era Runyan Kubra. Moranga. For those that don't understand, I'd just like to make an English translation. Hello to you all, ladies and gentlemen, all gathered here in this Ngarluma country. My name is Patrick Chansai, and I'm a Ngarluma traditional Murara. I come here to talk with everybody and maybe sing. With this one we call a boomerang, and share a little bit of story about the culture belong to the country we all live and belong to. Before I do that, I'd like to acknowledge the Mura. Mera Mangura we say, call to the country and acknowledge ourselves where we are. No matter what we do, where we go, we speak to country. It's important. Umakare ko dura ba, wal ko merma mau. Wanya bare ma. Mira bare waya kare. Mira wel ba ngana na. Wa ba bare ngoro. You say to the country, I come here today to listen and to announce myself, country. One day I wish you to be with you. All gathered here today, come and don't be worried, don't be frightened. Sing a song for you. The song I like to sing is about creation. Some of these songs I share is belong to my great-grandfathers and my grandfathers before me. My mothers, my fathers, and my brothers and sisters asked me, what should I do? What do I do with the culture I have? I can only share with you all the culture I know. Ijala bani don go. Banya bare banya no. Mana bandare ngayo mandola warba gana mana bandare ngayo mandola warba gana mana bandare ngayo mandola warba gana mana ye nalane mandola warba gana mana ye nalane mandola warba gana mana abandare ngayo mandola warba undu wangangali. And the earth and the world is void and null, and it creates the earth or the space and time and matter, if you will. That's what this song is me. Talk about Gana Lily, the first light. Iyala ngai tunggu. Kana lele wanga ngale go. Duran ma kana lele ngol wanga jede de ngoya duran ma kana lele ngol wanga jede de ngoya duran ma kana lele ngol wanga jede de ngoya duran ma duara lare ngol wanga jede de ngoya duran ma duara lare ngol wanga jede de ngoya duran ma early in the morning when the sun rises, everything comes to life in the land. It talks of creation. When the light touches the land, we go. The country will show you. Points it out. The country will show you, points it out to you. If you see, if you look and listen and learn, the country will show you. We say Ngura Galba, like the peak on the horizon. When you go across the land, that peak will rise and get up before you. And you see the beauty of the land as it is. What I would only we call this one. Mulaga na your country will show you. We talk about in the dreaming and the spirits in creation time. Now we talk about the Mangui and the hard laws and the customs we have to follow. And we are obligated still today to follow. After the dreaming of the soft floor came, the Mangun left this land, but he left the hard law, the ceremonies and the customs for us to practice. Ladies and gentlemen, I share some of these songs with you all today, and I share my culture proudly and openly with everybody who speaks to me, anyone who wishes to understand. Sometimes our culture cannot speak, but when we sing, when we walk, and when we practice in the Ngura, the country will one day speak to us too. These songs I sing here and share with you today belong to my great-grandfather, Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for sharing and taking the time to listen to the culture and Ngura of this country.
Thank you, my little brother. And on that note, I think we'll take it out and thank you everybody again with our hearts, with all our hearts and with everything from the Yorana people. We thank you here for coming and supporting us. And we thank you for being here, and from our hearts, let's stop this thing. That Scarborough gas must stop. Change is going to start right here, right now. Sign the petition, share a post, do whatever you can. Our country needs you. Mother Earth needs you. We've got to stand up. It's for everybody, for our future. Thank you for coming and hearing us, everyone. Thank you again. Have a feed. And remember, go with love. Talk about this thing with love. If anyone puts a negative spin on it, put the positive spin on it and love. That's all we need to do from our hearts. Let's take her fight. Because she loves us, let's take her fight. Bring it up to the ground. Thank you, everyone. Biggest love, everyone. Stop scarabee gas! Stop scarabee gas! Stop scarabee gas!